Hello, welcome to Luna Midnight Designs. Today I'll be turning this G3 Draculaur into a Succubus and Nathan Rot into a Kelpie, which is a horse that lives near water or in a swamp. I will explain more later. We will begin with Draculaur. Begin with removing the hair by first cutting it off as close to the head as possible, then scraping the inside. I find putting the hair in boiling water helps soften the stubborn glue. Once she has no hair, we remove her face with 100% acetone. Next, we give her back her hair. I am just doing a straightforward reroot, filling all the holes. And this is how I styled her hair. I don't know how I did this. I was playing around and poof! For her wings, these belong to Batsy, but they are perfect for my Succubus. I add a magnet to her back and then use paper tape to hold the magnet to the wings before adding epoxy clay to strengthen the hold. For her tail, I am using Katerina de Mew's tail. I first drill a hole in her back to the same size as the tail end. I then cut off the other end and sculpt a heart at the end that matches the style of the wings. I paint the wings pink at the connection and paint the whole tail pink. I had this knit dress in my clothing stash for years now, and it fits perfectly with my vision for this doll, so I will be using it. I also made knit leg warmers from a different knit sweater I had for a big ball jointed doll. To add to her dress, I'll be making a heart and bead belt. I first add ribbon to this heart charm as the main belt piece and a closure at the back. I then take thread, at least 8 strands, and thread them through the charm. I then add pink beads to the thread and tie the ends of the string to the closure at the back. For her shoes, I'm just using the G3 Draculaur shoes, but painted a lighter pink. I also had gloss to the tail and shoes. And here is how our outfit looks. And also the previously mentioned leg warmers. I love this outfit, it's so freaking cute! Oh, and I also give her a little choker necklace. I spray the face with Mr. Super Clear and begin with blushing the face with pink. I blush her cheeks, nose, lips, forehead, and ears. I then add the whites of her eyes and the outline of her eyeliner and her eyelid. I add her eyebrows and darken her liner with purple. I give her white and pink freckles just because I love freckles. Her eyes are going to be a tealish blue, well, more blue than teal, and no pupils. I give her lower lashes and later paint on very light pink lashes to the top. After glossing her eyes and lips, her face is done. As her final two details, I give her horns. One I found in my stash of epoxy clay things, and the second one I made from new epoxy. Now, I don't know why, but I cut these wings off this bag and then painted them pink and then stuck them on her head. I don't know, just cause they cute. Oh, and I paint her horns pink as well. Just really a lot of pink everywhere. And I give her nails, cause they cute. Time for the boy. I give him the same spa treatment, remove his hair and his face. Now while I'm doing that, I will better explain what a Kelpie is. In Scottish folklore, a Kelpie is a dangerous, shape-shifting water creature that can appear on land as a horse. The Kelpie appears to their human victim as a gray or white horse. It entices them to ride on their back and then carries them down into a watery grave. Cool, right? I was introduced to this creature through Spiderwick. Once the doll head is bare bones, I give him hair again, with this deep green and some highlights of the lighter green. Everglades and Loch Ness Forest from Shimmerlocks on Etsy. I just love all the hair from this shop, really. Now for his outfit, I want to make him a 3-piece suit. I don't know why, but it was the first thing that popped into my brain when planning this doll. The suit pattern is from Rad Doll Clothes, who were on Etsy, but I don't know anymore. Not anymore, I guess. As always, I start with cutting out all the pieces from the fabric I will be using, which is a black cotton and velvet and a green velvet. Don't forget to fray check where needed, which in my case is everything. I begin with the dress shirt. First hem the front pieces and then sew the front pieces at the shoulder to the back pieces. Hem the collar edge and sew it to the shirt. I then flip the collar over and sew the top to hold it in place better. I attach the sleeves after gathering the top just a little bit. I attach the cuffs and add the gather bit there as well. And to close the side sleeves, this pattern is for Ever After High boys, so it is a little bit bigger on the Monster High boys. So to make sure it is the right fit, I try it on the body and mark how close I need to sew the shirt. I make a little dart at the back so that the collar and the top of the shirt sits a little bit better, and then add some Velcro to the front and the shirt is done. For the vest, I hem all the edges and add a closure to the lower at the back and sew the upper long pieces together and then add more Velcro to the front. The pants are the same as always. Front seam, back and front pieces together, hem the waist and the legs. And again, to make it fit right, I try it on the doll and mark where I need to sew. Here is how the outfit looks so far. Honestly, at this point, I was starting to question if it was the best thing for the doll. I don't know if it was the fabric choice or the outfit itself, but I was starting to doubt if it was working. But I kept going. The blazer is the same as the dress shirt, just with a lining. I sew the front pieces to the back pieces at the shoulder, same with the lining. I then sew the back pieces closed, same with the lining. I then sew the lining to the other piece with the collar like sandwiched in the middle. I add the sleeves, hem the end of the sleeves, and close. So, from this point on, for the face, I am winging it. I start with sanding out an area, hoping that I can make like a little open mouth look, but not having to cut out the face, but then I end up having to cut out the face because I couldn't sand down that much, and it's hard to sand down the vinyl because it's squishy. So I ended up cutting it out. Now, this was a kind of trust the process kind of thing. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was doing it. Basically, this is what I'm going for. After getting something, I start adding color and paint details in greens and browns. Again, just winging it, hoping something good happens. I use paper tape to make like the flesh going across the mouth. I don't know. I continue adding details. I add blush and then flocking to act as like moss. The other side is just simple. And for the eyes, it is going to be green pupils, but black instead of white for the whites of the eyes. And with that, both dolls are done. And here are the final dolls, the Succubus and the Kelpie. Both are enchanting creatures, bringing in their prey with beauty and mystery, but once you are enthralled by them, there is no escape. One drowns you in your desires and lust, while the other brings you to your watery grave. I guess I paired these two together because they're kind of similar in a way where they're enchanting at first, and then once you're trapped by them, they kind of, you know. Anyway, they do need some names, so if you guys have any kind of suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment. Follow me on Instagram to see more, and to be more a part of my process, check out my community page for polls on doll ideas and sneak peeks of upcoming videos, and subscribe to catch future videos. Thank you all for the love and support. Have a creative day. See you soon. Bye!